sets him up 5, 1st and 15.
56. Mike, 56. Right there.
Again, they'll throw with Murray. Flushed out right. Murray fighting, lost the football, and it's picked up by the Panthers. Not only a fumble loss there, but a fumble lost on your first drive in your own territory.
Now you're dealing with a lot of stuff here because you feel bad going off the field because you gave up the football. How does your own defense feel now having to go out there and stop them when the momentum has clearly shifted in their favor?
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Robbie Anderson on the touchdown pass from Teddy Bridgewater. And the Panthers are going to take a first quarter lead.
The catch and the touchdown, they were the end result of a terrific route run by the receiver.
And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead.
The score, Panthers 7, Cardinals 0. Joey Sly to kick off for Carolina.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will not be fielded. It's a touchback and comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Murray a give. This is Drake. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage.
K1 short.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
And it brings up 3rd down.
A couple of extra defensive backs in the ball game here on 3rd and 6. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. This one complete to the running back, Chase Edmonds. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13.
Cardinal first down.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Running, it's Drake. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Gain of 12.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. And they're usually known.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Yetur Gross-Matos. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss.
2nd down.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Throwing now is Murray. Looking for Fitzgerald, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
2nd and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 10.
58 for Mike, 58. 58 for Mike. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there now.
Throwing, Bridgewater. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. Chandler Jones, one of the best athletes to ever come out of Rochester, New York, in for the sack. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
With the score, Panthers 7, Cardinals nothing.
So Bridgewater needing to work a little magic after that sack on a 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. He's going to look deep for more. And that's caught inside the 35. And down inside the 10 at the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now.
Gain of 7.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal. Now they're staring at a 4th down as Arizona's defense does its job. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
Bridgewater to throw for it on 4th. That's to his running back, complete. And he is not going to be able to get away as they swarm him for a loss shy of the goal line.
It's a turnover.
Well, they were looking for a clutch play there on 4th, unable to come up with it.
How about that defense, though, huh? How about that D?
Yeah, momentum swing.
And, you know, I remember playing how much 4th downs were emphasized. You know, because, as you said, it's a momentum play. It's also a big test for you. You know, if people are going to go for it on 4th down, they believe you're not up to the challenge. You want to show them differently.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And they'll get him down up past the 15. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Murray now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Murray gets this one to Isabella. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Isabella
fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and they get an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Darius Taylor there in to make the tackle.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The tight end, Max Williams, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
and 8 yards to go.
To throw is Murray. It's complete to Drake. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
A handoff to the right side. It's Drake. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Well, if they can execute the run-pass option like that, it puts the defense in a really, really tough spot.
The running ability of Kyler Murray makes defensive coordinators and players crazy because essentially now you have an extra running back there. So if he keeps it, you got a problem. If he hands it inside, you're probably not ready for it because you have all your focus back on number 1.
Now Murray off play action. And he hits Drake. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On 4th down, here's Zane Gonzalez for the Cardinal field goal. This one from 48 yards away. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10. At their own 27-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
From the 29, Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
Mike, check, 59.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the 1st on the 35-yard strike.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Here we go with McCaffrey. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
On 2nd and 9, Bridgewater, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Taking a shot for Samuel. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, 39 yards. And the Panthers add on to their lead. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
Makes the score Panthers 14, Cardinals 3.
Joey Slye now to kick off after the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
1st and 10.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And their halftime hold now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed. Because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Murray now on 1st down. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
The extra point up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Panthers.
Fumble on the play. Recovered by the Panthers.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
I can't believe they even let you
first down throw for Bridgewater. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Incomplete. Robert Alford there defensively.
2nd and 10 now. Third quarter from Charlotte.
Let's see what you got. 59 Mike, 59 Mike. Check, 59. Here we go, G. Here I come. Shoot, watch the shoot. Check 59, Mike is 59.
To throw is Bridgewater. And he's got his man. It's Samuel. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. A diving catch for the score. He laid out. That was special.
And you know the first thing they're going to check, right? Did he complete the process of the catch? All the way through, all the way to the ground. Ball doesn't hit the ground without control in his hands. All of that, yes. Check the box, touchdown.
And we're back now in Charlotte, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
From the 39-yard line, here comes second down and 6.
Let him know. Big Ace. Joker. 2-2.
From the gun, Murray. Oh, the slant complete to Hopkins. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
First down, Arizona.
2-2. Watch the run. Mike's 5-4. Get that quarterback.
First down, Murray. It's complete. It's Fitzgerald. Showing the strength, Fitzgerald. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
Fitzgerald.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
And a Cardinal first down.
Mike, 56, right there, 56. I'm going to run you over.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Yetur Gross-Matos able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Shotgun now from Murray. It's complete to Hopkins. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
Complete to
a well-executed 22-yard gain. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. They'll try again with Drake. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
He was brought down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
On the carry.
And they have just now been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
This is caught, And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. From 6 yards away. And the Cardinals cut into that lead.
CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The return. The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24.
The tackle made at the 20.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Tackle made there by Robert Alford.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41.
Final score, Panthers.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves,
kick it and go, kick it and kick it and go. Step on, spin, move, in zone, scope. Scope the sideline, a touchdown, I put on the show. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. Kick it and go. I had to kick off. Ain't nothing to heal. We'll step on, spin, move, in zone, scope. Scope the sideline, a touchdown, I put on the show. Kick it and go. I had to kick off, kick off, and go. Kick it and go. I had to kick off, and go. We'll step on, spin, move, in zone, scope. Scope the sideline, a touchdown.
Shoot, I got it.
Preseason game could have gone better. So, when coach called me into his office, I was not looking forward to the conversation. I'd fumbled my first chance at making a big enough impression for a shot at the starter role. I was not looking forward to being a bench warmer all year. But life has a way of surprising you sometimes.
Panic camera to the middle of the dance floor. I think there's something going down. Shorty packing goods like a transport. And I ain't never seen something so round. How round? Round like a planet in orbit. Round like a b-ball. 23 Jordan. Dunking on default. Automatic forces attract me to females. I look this gorgeous. How did you even come in existence? Hey, or did you just appear out in an instance? You got me all driven, revving my pistons. I wonder if she like the stick shift. Hey, count it 4 and make a wish. I wish that shorty keep it lit. Cause if I shoot my shot, I won't miss. No backboard, gotta sound a light switch.
Go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Hey, hey, go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Like work the middle, work the middle, work the middle, work that, work that, work the middle, work the middle, work the middle, work that, work that, work the middle, work the middle, work the middle, work that, work that, work the middle, work the middle, work the middle, work that, work that.
I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. I get it go. I get it go. Now I get it go. Now I get it go.
Prime time over grind game, over time's up. Play my cards, dealt my hand, ain't really no time for luck. Either you got it, you don't. Lie to yourself if you won't. I put my team on my back, did what I could, what I had. Now I be all in my bag, copy and paste with the swag. Bet you can't do it like me. All my winners on repeat. Take your L like a boss, stand 10 toes on your feet. I could never take a loss. I ain't set up for defeat. 4 Giottos on the truck. I had a dream and it's stuff. Living my life cause we up. Looking back like where the love. So I be hella low key, but contrary to belief, loyalty runs deep. I keep my ear to the streets. Struggle turned me to a beast. I'm off the chain, I'm off the leash. But baby girl, I play for keeps. Told my brother lately, I've been scheming against all odds like Willie Beeman. I've been grinding lately, this my season. Lord knows I'm trying to find my reason. Lay it out on the line, ain't no looking back. Giving my all with no strings attached. Came from the bottom, rose through the ground.
My chance to start a regular season game arrived unexpectedly in the middle of week 7. Our starter was injured, and I was the next man up. It took everything I had to calm my nerves. The preseason is one thing, but I'd be stepping out under the lights for real this time. Then we huddled up and headed out.
From State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona, it's Week 7 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Arizona Cardinals taking on the Seattle Seahawks.
We're about 15 miles or so west of downtown Phoenix at State Farm Stadium in the Arizona suburb of Glendale. So this was the scene a moment ago. The Cardinals emerging from their tunnel, and we are ready for football as the Cards get set to match up with the Seattle Seahawks. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
The stop made by...
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. From the shotgun, Wilson. He finds his running back, Hyde. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A gain there of 21 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
47-yard line.
Second down and 7. To throw is Wilson. And this a quick slant to Lockett. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 34-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
And the
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the delay, here's Carson. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
He's brought down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Wilson. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 14. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. On first down, it's Carson. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Jordan Phillips is the one on the stop.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. Now they're staring at a 4th down as Arizona's defense does its job. Robert Alford that time on the great coverage.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Cardinals, nothing.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
On the return.
So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'6" quarterback. Now Stewart on 1st and 10. He's got it to Williams. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Stewart. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. It's a gain of 7, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
A 1st carry for Kenyon Drake, and he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. It's a gain of 7. 1st down, Arizona.
Well, there's someone who's running the football with a big smile on his face. That's Kenyon Drake, because you remember last year he was in Miami, wasn't getting many carries, not a lot of success, but in midseason ended up in Arizona and became a huge weapon for the Cardinals. 8 touchdowns the second half of the season, utilized really well. Big-time skilled player who can run it and catch it out of the backfield. He has finally found a home and a place for his talents.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Now Stewart, 2nd down. Forced out to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain. Well, Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. But I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
2nd down, here's Stewart. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 20-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
20-yard line.
So here we are, Charles. Speaking of this rookie quarterback, he's had one training camp and roughly a month and a half or so of regular season games to try to digest everything. Now here he is making his first NFL start.
And let's be frank about it, partner. I'm kind of surprised it's actually taken this long because every year when a team takes a quarterback in the first round, what do they say? We're going to let him sit for a year. We're going to give him a red shirt year. But you and I both know that never really truly happened. So here he is now. Got a little bit more time to sit and learn than most, but he's still in for a tough test in his first NFL start.
He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on third down. Throwing out of the shotgun, it's Stewart. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
They were in a very good position to come up with a go-ahead score there. A really good drive. Instead, it turns into 6 points going the other way. Psychologically, I don't know what that's going to do to them.
So as a coach, you're looking at that as at least a 10-point swing, right? Because they had the field goal in their back pocket.
They certainly did, and you're right. At least a 10-point swing, maybe more.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own.
So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6, obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Now Stewart to throw on second down. And he fires one incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target. And that takes us from second to third down. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun, Stewart. And that's going to be intercepted. Jamal Adams with it, the all-pro safety. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Jamal Adams, an all-pro for the first time a season ago, had a fumble return for a touchdown and a pick 6 last year. And he delivers another pick 6 right here. He's got it, and it's 17-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The football going back over to Arizona now. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line.
The Seahawks. They'll take over.
irresponsible without your money, I'm not. Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hand on the clock. Oh, you irresponsible without your money, I'm not. Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hand on the clock. Come like
Someone put me out 'cause I'm on fire. I can't give a about what they say. They've been searching for that thing to get them higher. You can't catch my drift, can't catch my wave.
Damn, Kane, you done killed Abel. Unbalanced land, trying to keep the people stable. The way I feel, I might it all up. The way you feel, you might do it for the buck. All black, born to be a rebel. After this, I might go and water down the devil. Listen to everything around me, I can't see. You picked a dozen roses and left them in Galilee rolling thunder. Don't hear my cry, don't let alibi special.
Today, from State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona, it's Week 7 of the NFL on EA Sports. Arizona Cardinals taking on the Seattle Seahawks.
Some of those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. It's certainly hot outside here in the desert, but somehow this Cardinal crowd turned up the heat a moment ago. They were in a frenzy as their team emerged from the tunnel, and the Cardinals, they're set to do battle with the Seattle Seahawks. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. And a glance at the tall signal caller, standing 6'6". They will throw on first down with Stewart. Finds the open target, Arnold. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
No gain on the play.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. From the gun, Stewart. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Out now comes Russell Wilson in season number 9, 6-time Pro Bowler, as he gets set to lead this Seahawks offense.
Whenever you think about the Seattle Seahawks, one of the first things that pops to mind is how well they run the football and how much they like doing it. But you have to also look at how well Russell Wilson has played at the quarterback spot. Hasn't just been a game manager. Last year, over 4,100 yards passing, the second most in his career. 31 touchdown passes and took care of it.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jordan Phillips. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. The gun. Here's Wilson. Now they're staring at a 4th down as Arizona's defense does its job.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And Myers able to knock it through, and the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead.
3, Cardinals nothing.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
3rd down and 6.
Stewart to throw on 3rd down. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Corey Legion in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. Wilson operating from the gun. This will be caught inside the 10. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
Ball carrier.
Not a whole lot there after the penalty, but remember, it was 1st and 5, not 1st and 10. So now they can keep grinding out 1st downs, and good things can happen for them. Just 2nd and short coming up.
They'll try to run with Carson, and he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Seahawks add on to their lead. Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment that allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
On the return, the Cardinals take over 1st and 10. At their own 21-yard line.
Now comes Kenyon Drake in the Arizona offense to take over. Drake will start the drive on the ground. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Stewart now looking to throw on 2nd down. This is caught by Williams. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. On 1st down, Drake. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4. At the 47-yard line.
Here's Stewart to throw on 2nd down. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Drake. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
The tackle made at the 44.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Benson Mayoa. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6. At the 50-yard.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. And this is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Seattle.
Draw play. This is Carson. The tackle there by Patrick Peterson.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side.
Wilson's pass.
Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. That's complete to Disley, the tight end.
Wilson's pass.
And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
And the Seahawks first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Chris Carson, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
His throw caught right around the 6. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
1st and goal, Seattle.
He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. Charles, after that interception in the Super Bowl from the 1-yard line, I thought Pete Carroll would run it inside the 5 every time.
Sometimes I wonder if maybe Pete did want to run it inside the 5. For Russell Wilson, you know he's such a competitor. He doesn't want that interception to stand. And maybe he wanted to be in that spot and say, hold it a second. I can throw a touchdown pass. Instead, he's victimized again.
At the 10.
To throw on 2nd down. Stewart. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
He's got his man. It's Williams. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
4-yard line.
On 1st down, Stewart. He goes underneath the Drake. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Jet sweep. Here's Fitzgerald. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Here's 2nd and a yard. A final shot before break. Stewart airing this one out for Fitzgerald. His throw incomplete. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Seahawks take over 1st and 10. At their own.
Here's Russell Wilson and the Seahawk offense now getting set to go again. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, well, get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter.
24-yard line.
From the 24, Wilson. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
The ball carrier.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
To throw is Stewart. Looking to throw on 2nd down. It's complete to Williams. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
1st and 10.
Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Stewart sets to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
The quarterback taken down and sacked.
A rookie QB struggling, gets thrown down to the ground there. But, you know, maybe this game, it's not over yet, but maybe this game can be a learning experience for him.
So many different things that he has to pick up on. When to go ahead and flush from the pocket and run. When to get rid of the football and not take the sack. When to just go ahead and go down early and make sure you don't fumble the football. So many things that he has to learn. This game starts the process.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Intercepted by the Seahawks.
Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted. They don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
They run again with Carson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards, a first down.
Good gain by Chris Carson. Picks up a first down, and you just have to love his running style. Talk about a straight-ahead guy, no-nonsense type of a runner. He's averaged 82 yards a game over the last 2 seasons and had 1,230 yards on the ground in 2019.
And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
The ball carrier.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
This throw complete. Wilson finding Lockett. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
A gain of 7.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A gain of 5. The first down, Seattle.
A 5-yard gain on the play. First down, Seattle.
Back to the ground. This time it's Hyde. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42.
Taken down.
That screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on third down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale, as we are just about set to go here in quarter number 4. Gets it away, and I don't think Peterson will get a chance to touch this one. Angling for the sideline.
Take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
So out now come the Cardinals. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Throwing throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Stewart's pass.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Going to go play action. Here's Stewart. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down.
The quarterback sacked by Shaquem Griffin.
And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
See what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Yeah, this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the first down right near the 24. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Now on fourth down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The Cardinals unable to convert there on fourth down. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. On first down, Wilson. Throwing middle, and it's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
At the Cardinals' 18-yard line.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Russell Wilson. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. So they're down in the red zone. They opt to utilize his legs instead of the arm. It works out pretty well.
I like what they were thinking there, because in most situations now, defense is accounting for all the other runners on the field and, of course, for pass plays. But the quarterback position, oftentimes it is unaccounted for. Offense coordinator felt it, dialed it right out.
Inside the red zone, is this something teams should maybe, depending on the quarterback, do more often?
Definitely. You've got a quarterback who can actually move it with his legs. That's an extra option and an extra weapon for you. I think they should utilize it more often.
Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. And boy, Charles, they have to find a way to just get him some time to breathe back there. He's been pressured. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on. In trouble, and he's taken down. They can't stop Bruce Irvin there as he slips in for the sack. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Operating from the gun, Stewart. And Stewart lost the football. It's loose. And the Seahawks have recovered.
Shaquem Griffin.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the 4th quarter here, and now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0. He will push his way down to about the 14. It's the Pro Bowler Chandler Jones who makes the tackle.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble, bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
At their own 27.
The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Good word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball. turnover on the last possession. So we're getting symptomatic.
Yeah,
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now Stewart to throw on second down. He gets it into the hands of Larry Fitzgerald. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, Stewart. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Intended for Max Williams.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
He finds Hopkins complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of
They
6.
face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. And that is incomplete.
Stewart's pass. Intended for Max Williams.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. From the gun, it's Stewart. Got his man, it's Williams. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. That catch good for only a couple.
Brings up second.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Williams, incomplete. Brings up 3rd down.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Operating from the gun, Stewart. It's complete to Drake. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Zane Gonzalez for the Cardinal field goal. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is good. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
So the victory here for Seattle, and it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets, defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution.
I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah. That's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drip. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning team. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to picking me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hit scene, but I can't hear when the crowd screams. Still ballin' like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in the in blood across it where the blood
stay turned like, you know. I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers, only bread and butter, what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger, only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be number one, number two never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, got enough juice to end the drought, yeah. I buy like 23, whoa. Won't fall again and I put that on me, yeah. I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve, yeah. That's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drip, yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do not feel ashamed. I'm a dog, I'm a beast, and I cannot be tamed. I don't do it for fame, it's the love for the game. I go in like I'm trained. I'm prepared for the rain, they amazed. I ain't break from the sticks and stones they threw. Anything that you can do, I can do it better than you. No matter what I do, achieve, still got something to prove. I spent the check on the diamond cross, but still ain't paid my dues. Gotta be number one, number two never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, got enough juice to